Okay, it's the last weekend in April, first weekend in May, and we're going to take a quick look at the orchard. So here is our pear tree number one, looking good. Leaves are starting to come out really well, and we're starting to see some of the fruit swell up there, the ones that got fertilized, so that's good. You can see some of them that didn't get fertilized, their leaves are already falling off, and or maybe they're the male flowers. I'm not sure exactly, honestly, how it works. I haven't really looked at it in that much detail, but anyway, we are getting definitely some fruit forming there, starting to form, and we'll see more of that as it goes along. But definitely the tree looks a lot different because of the leaves now. And our cherry tree has lots of leaves on it now, starting to take more of a structure that looks like it instead of all of its bones, skeleton everywhere. So we've got leaves all over the place, and we've got lots and lots of cherries forming. So we can see here, there's the cherries starting to form. Here's the one, just baby one, and a little bigger, and then this one has the husk off or split shuck, and then just getting bigger. So that's all they do. All these are cherries. As they'll just keep developing. So we'll have lots and lots and lots of cherries there. And you still can see on some spots right there flowers. So there's still some that haven't been just starting to flower and haven't started to form fruit yet. So it's kind of interesting the way the pattern goes there. And then on to the apple tree. Leaves, it's really leafing out now. Once again, there's only really not going to be any fruit this year on the apple tree. I decided to take the year off, and so what we've got is just leaf growth. But I did notice the other day when I was out here looking at it, it's started to put off some growth quite rapidly. So all this stuff right here, that's all new growth. See how easily it bends? And so this is new growth. This will be branches once from next year. So basically you can see on here, like this part right there is the older stuff, but this here is all brand new. So it's like 6-8 inches of brand new growth. So anyway, we'll just keep watching it, and since there's not going to be any fruit, we won't have to worry about spraying it this year, which will be fantastic because that's quite a chore and a pain in the butt. But if there's no fruit, there's no need to worry about the codling moth because they live in the fruit. So we're good on that. Here's our peach tree. We have leaves developing on here. We have fruit slowly forming here. We've got, let's see, there is a yellow jacket up there hanging out. I don't think there's really many flowers left. I'm not sure what he's looking for. But anyway, let's see if we can come over here away from him and see some fruit. So you can see it starting to poke out here, a little fuzzy tip. It still has the shuck is still on there, so the fruit ovary is starting to swell up, and you see the tip hanging out right here, and it's starting to come out. So with hopefully probably within the next week, that will start to split off, and basically the flowery part will fall off, and you can see the fruits forming there a little easier. Here's one that's pretty well developed. You can see right there. Anyway, that's coming along. Our other pear tree is chugging along. This one a little more developed, maybe due to the increased sun, because the other one's in the shade of the house, but it's come along well. It's got some nice fatter fruits there, so those will be forming up, and at some point we need to go in and think about thinning these out so that there's not too many, doesn't overload it. And you can see this has lots of new growth as well. You can see all those little leaf shoots coming out of there and stuff. So anyway, now I back up for our big boy apricot tree. It has, I'm not sure if you can see at this range, But all those little knobs and round things, those are all apricots forming. So what I need to do is figure out if I'm gonna have to review my past history and see when I need to see about thinning them, or if they're going to start falling off if they didn't make it. Now, I did just notice that on the ground here we have a bunch of little immature fruits, some bigger ones. So, not sure exactly what that means. That could mean that's obviously some of them that got damaged in the frost, but still continue to develop, and at some point they die. So, don't know if these guys are all going to make it, or if this is just a kind of a false hope. This has happened the past couple years, where they got all these fruits, little miniature fruits forming, and then they just all fell off because the apricot, once again, is the first to bloom, and because of that, and blooming so early, a lot of times it gets frost damage, and then the little baby fruit don't make it all the way to adulthood. So we'll just have to see. But if they do make it, we're going to have a lot of thinning to do, because there is a bajillion of these fruits, and you can see them here. So that's one that didn't get fertilized, but then there's some right there, and they have that kind of a brownish, purplish hue to it. So I'm not sure what exactly that's about. Let's see if we can see it over here in the sunlight a little better. See it there? There's definitely those spots. That's the fungal issue with it. But as I've said in the past, 2 years we haven't had any apricots, so there was no reason to treat for it, and especially if they're all going to fall off. It's not necessarily something I want to worry about too much. So anyway, could be the year that the apricot make it. We'll just have to see, which would be really great if they did, especially with the apple tree being on the commission. It would be a good little balance, but we'll see what we get. So anyway, that is the orchard for this week. Thanks for watching.